What's up, YouTube? This is Jay from the JCast podcast. Thought I'd do a little something a little different today, and give you guys like a view. And I want to kind of discuss really quickly. By the way, we already shot episode 16, and we're chopping it up. The other Jay's chopping it up and doing some work, and we'll upload it within this week. But I want to talk about UAP and UFO disclosure that's been going on recently in the mainstream media. This the title of this video is going to be disclosure or disinfo, right? And the reason I say that is because these guys were coming out. Grusch, I think his name is. He's the latest whistleblower. Before that, it was Lou Elizondo, and these guys were coming out. They worked for a group of people who supposedly had this technology, right? And you got to remember that the group of people who had this technology have done egregious things to keep this secret. Nobody comes out and brings that to the public unless they would allow it. And people would say, "Oh, Jay, that doesn't make any sense because the news media is talking about it. So what? That they have the power to stop the news media? Yes, these people control pretty much everything. They control what you hear. They control what you read. They make sure they can make the most brilliant people look like crackpots, and the most crackpot people look like brilliant people. And these guys, they just don't go out on national television and get all these news coverage and all this camera time, just like that, just because people believe them. How quickly would somebody believe you if you went up to like Fox News or CNN and said, "Hey, I'm a whistleblower and we have alien technology"? You'd probably be laughed out of the room. And so for this guy to be able to do that, he wouldn't do it unless they allowed him to do it. Why they're doing it, I have some theories on that. But one of the main things is this: people would say, "Well, the government is aware of UFOs and flying saucers and alien technology, right?" I'm gonna guess and say that the government isn't aware. The government is not aware of UFOs or that we are in positions of UFOs because the government has been kept in the dark. The level of treason, the level of clandestine operations done by rogue government agencies in the past 70 years goes way beyond the government, goes way beyond any American citizen. They'll say, "Well, how are these people able to get these programs started?" Well, yeah, all you have to do, well, maybe not all you have to do, but I don't want to give too much info here, but in situations like that, you can get approved after you talk to the right people. You can get approved for top secret government programs. That's it. You get approved for top secret government programs, and then years down the road, the person who approved you in the first place, he's long gone or she's long gone, and you've continued to make progress on this program. But then when Congress asks you, "Hey, do you have? By the way, you're under oath. Do you have these technologies? Are you aware of the technologies?" They just say no, and they're protected. They're protected by these group of like rich billionaire people who've already made breakthroughs in this technology. So I don't think the government knows, with the exception of probably a handful of people. I don't think the government knows that there have been military contractors allegedly like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all these people. Not only do they have alien technology, but they've also reverse engineered it, and they haven't told Congress about it. Right? That's treason. Not only have they not told Congress about it, but they have hurt people. They've gone to extreme lengths to allegedly hurt people to make sure that this doesn't come out. Right? They've gone to extreme lengths to make sure that anybody who does come out with this gets ridiculed and made to look like they don't like they don't know what they're talking about. The whole thing with Bob Lazar. I think he was one of the first whistleblowers that actually came to fame, I guess, from the History Channel, where he talked about how he was working on some UFO stuff back in Groom Lake, and everybody laughed at him. Everybody said he's a crackpot. But now these guys are coming out and saying something very, very similar, and all of a sudden they're taken seriously. Well, why were they taken seriously, but not Bob Lazar? You know what I mean? Why was Lou Elizondo taken seriously, but not I think his name is Philip J. Corso, the guy who wrote the book A Day After Roswell. Why are none of these guys? Why were those guys not put in the front of television and news articles, and why were those stories not taken around with? You know what I mean? But these guys all of a sudden now, Lou Elizondo, I'm even gonna say Corbell, Jeremy Corbell, I think his name is Jeremy Corbell, Lou Elizondo, Tom DeLonge, this guy Grusch. All these guys now are coming out and saying the same thing that other people have been saying, but they get the camera time. They get the news, the front page stories. They get all of that, and you gotta ask yourself, why? Why are we taking this seriously all of a sudden? What changed? The media's been the same for the past 50, 60, 70 years. You know what I mean? When you think about it, nobody just wakes up one day and says, I'm going to decide to believe in UFOs, or I'm going to decide to take the story and run with it. Unless they were given permission. And the question you got to ask is, permission by whom? See, the people who have this technology, this is my belief, the people who have this technology, the people who have reverse engineered this alien crafts, they don't answer to the government. Who they answer to? I don't know. Could be Majestic 12. Possibly. Could be beings from other planets or whatever that they're probably answering to. But they no longer answer to the United States government. That's where they can lie under oath, allegedly. That's where they can actually take out sitting presidents, allegedly. That's where they can actually manipulate the investigations and hijack government. All these government agencies also, but the CIA been hijacked by this entity, whatever this nebulous entity is called. And that's it. And that's how they run things. That's how they run clandestine operations. The CIA is no longer the arm of the U.S. government. The CIA is most likely the arm of this secret organization that doesn't answer to the United States government, that doesn't answer to anybody but themselves. Again, could be Majestic 12. We don't know who it is. Now, and I've said this on the podcast before, there's a possibility, and this is my conjecture, or our conjecture here at the JCast podcast, that the reason that these guys are coming out and acknowledging a UAP, UFO presence, because well, let me finish this thought first, but it's because they're probably going to lobby Congress for more money. They're going to say, hey, look, these guys keep crashing here, or these guys, we don't know if they pose a threat, but we believe they might pose a threat. And so we need more weapons to be able to, you know what I mean, to be able to continue to protect you guys. Now, what's going to be interesting now is when and if all this stuff actually comes to light and they do start showing all these weapons and all these reverse engineered technology, somebody has to take the blame. Somebody has to take the fall for the amount of lies that have been told to Congress and the American people. Somebody has to be held accountable for it. And I'm curious to see who these people are going to throw under the bus or push forward. Most likely it'll be somebody who's not even alive anymore. They'll say, oh, this person, when he left, I found this and I was trying to go about a way of putting it out to the public, without causing panic. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know what either they're gonna use a fall guy, or they might say, we did this, but we did this because we didn't want to cause mass panic, and we didn't want to hurt people, and we didn't want entire economies to crumble. So I'm suspicious about how everybody's just openly accepting these stories. And I'm a big UFO guy in terms of like conspiracy theories. I'm a big UFO guy, but when somebody's been denying something for 70, 80 years, and all of a sudden now they're kind of hinting at that it might be true, and this group of people have gone to extreme lengths to silence people, they're not coming out and being open about this out of the kindness of their hearts. There's a big agenda here at play. I don't know what it is. I think the Dark Journalist does a really good job in really discussing this. And Tyler from Secure Team 10, go check out those channels. But whatever the reason is that they're doing this, I don't think it's a benevolent reason. I think there's something more that they're trying to do, trying to gain. Some people might say that they might have lost control of the project and now they're scared because it has a life of its own. We don't know. We don't know what the reason is. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments below, or if you guys want to comment. What do you guys think? I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of how people are coming out and the media is just openly accepting it instead of writing them off like lunatics.